What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, sixth division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, former pound for pound king, pay-per-view king, Oxa, the golden boy, Dela Hoya, Mexican American superstar, iconic Hall of Famer, who is now a promoter, founder of Golden Boy Promotions. He promotes lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia, who is now 23 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Ryan Garcia went into the biggest fight of his career this past Saturday night when he took on, well, 2 Saturday nights ago, when he took on undefeated 3-division world champion, 5-time world champion, who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight and junior welterweight, that being none other than superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, this was one of the most lucrative, highly anticipated, big Las Vegas T-Mobile arena showdowns. Okay. With that said, this is partnered with the MGM. T-Mobile and the MGM are partnered. And this was one of the most lucrative fights. Okay. It was a pay-per-view showdown. And it did, according to reports, between 1.2 to 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. That's a huge number. That's a huge number for today's time with all the piracy within the sport of boxing. That is a massive, massive number for today's time. And with that said, the fight did, very, very successful. Number 5 in Las Vegas boxing gates. Okay. It is, it did $22 million in revenue live gate. So it's top 5 in Las Vegas boxing matches with a live gate. So it was very, very lucrative. Now, Ryan Garcia has never headlined a major pay-per-view before this fight. Gervonta Tank Davis has. Gervonta Tank Davis has been part of some of the biggest fights. He's been the co-main event to the second biggest fight in boxing history when his mentor, big brother, father figure, and promoter, former promoter, that is retired, legendary, iconic Hall of Fame, 5-division world champion, retired, undefeated, pound for pound, pay-per-view king, the man known as Money, formerly known as Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather Jr., who was a massive rival of Oscar De La Hoya. And at the time when they fought back in May of 2007, which was the biggest lucrative fight in boxing history at that time, that has since been broken several times over. But nonetheless, Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather are huge rivals. Okay. And Floyd Mayweather, this was a built as Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya 2.0. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia was Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya 2.0. And it did massive numbers. Okay, it broke gates, and Gervonta Tank Davis was part of Floyd Mayweather's biggest fight in history, second biggest fight, when he fought Conor McGregor, and it did 4.3 million pay-per-views. He was the co-main event for that fight. He went on to be, to break records at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, when he faced off against Rolando Rolly Romero. And he did a $5 million gate, the biggest boxing gate at Barclays Center history. Then he went on January 7th when he fought Hector Garcia in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena. He did the second biggest gate, the biggest gate for boxing, but the second biggest gate overall at the Capital One Arena with a $5.2 million gate. So it's safe to say Gervonta Tank Davis, is, the cash cow. He's the face of boxing definitely from junior welterweight on down. Okay. Nonetheless, the only person in the sport that's rivaling him as far as popularity and drawing power goes is 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is the undisputed super middleweight world champion, widely considered by many to be the face of the sport of boxing. And, that's Saul Canelo Alvarez with a record of 58 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He was also promoted by Oscar De La Hoya, and he also fought Floyd Mayweather and did a massive gate. Right now, Canelo Alvarez holds 3 records in the top 5 of gates. Okay, he does 2 with Triple G and the 1 with Floyd Mayweather. So he's, the co-face of the sport of boxing right now, or some people may say it's still Canelo Alvarez solely because he's consistently done it, where this is the first time Gervonta Tank Davis has done it. Canelo Alvarez did a 750 to 800,000 pay-per-view buys, with Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant is not a big draw in the sport of boxing, and yet they did a massive pay-per-view. So that just lets you know the drawing power of Canelo Alvarez and the star status of Canelo Alvarez. So there's many people that feel like Canelo Alvarez is still solely the face of boxing because he's consistent. Okay, he's done it over a long period of time, and he's still active, and he's still very, very relevant. He's the undisputed champion. So with that said, Oscar De La Hoya gave Gervonta Tank Davis a backhand compliment. Initially, he stated that we have Gervonta Tank Davis as the face of boxing. He stated that, Gervonta Tank Davis is the biggest star in boxing. He said that this was a huge success. And then in true Oscar De La Hoya fashion, he doubles right back down and says that, the real star and the real face of boxing is Ryan Garcia, even in defeat, because without Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis has never done more than 275,000 pay-per-views. And then he goes on to say, Ryan Garcia is the reason that this fight was so successful, and it was such a draw. I will have to say it's equal. Okay, it wasn't Ryan Garcia solely that brought in these numbers. Gervonta Tank Davis played a huge part in this. Gervonta Tank Davis, with the star status, he is credible inside the squared circle. He's proven inside the squared circle, and he's definitely exciting inside the squared circle. Okay, so he's done, like I said, live gates, broken records at the Barclays Center, where you had guys like Deontay Wilder, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, many, many more. Andre Berto. These guys fought at the Barclays Center. And Gervonta Tank Davis has outdone them as far as gates, okay? And so with that said, he's already proven, right? He's proven to be a superstar within the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia built up his name, his popularity, and his status outside the sport of boxing. His brand is huge outside the sport of boxing. 9 million social media, Instagram followers, plus his Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. To factor those in, he has well over 10 million social media followers. Okay, but Gervonta Tank Davis has going on 5 million. Okay, so he's not that far behind, but he's way more accomplished. He's a 5-time world champion. He held the WBA super title and the IBF super title at super featherweight. He's a 3-division world champion, although he does hold the Reggie belt, the regular belt at lightweight and junior welterweight. He's still a 5-time world champion. So he's proven, and he's knocked out everybody. He's knocked down just about everybody he's faced except for 2 guys. Okay, which one is Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Okay, so that's the last time he went the distance. So Gervonta Tank Davis is proven within the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia has not proven anything in the sport of boxing outside of building up his popularity and being a recognizable face due to social media and his brand. So with that said, Oscar De La Hoya is saying that Gervonta Tank Davis is not the face as Ryan Garcia, even in defeat, is a false narrative, because you brought them 2 together, and the excitement bringing the 2 together definitely, overwhelmed the fans and got the fans very, very interested and intrigued. It piqued the interest. It got the celebrities out, the entertainers out. Everybody who was somebody wanted to be at this fight. Okay, and they showed up and they showed out. And so with that said, it was a huge success, but it was a 50-50 thing. Okay, because of the brand outside of the sport of boxing from Ryan Garcia, and the brand and the accomplishments in the sport of boxing from Gervonta Tank Davis, right? So with that said, you bring those 2 entities together and they've done big numbers. But again, Ryan Garcia has never been on this stage. He's never headlined a massive pay-per-view. Tank Davis has, okay? He's never, done massive gates. Tank Davis has. So you got to give, if anything, most of the credit is going to go to Gervonta Tank Davis, okay, not Ryan Garcia. But nonetheless, Ryan Garcia fought at the Crypto Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center, and it wasn't a major draw. He did, did good numbers, but it wasn't like he was breaking records. So we got to hold everybody accountable. Oscar De La Hoya, in true Oscar De La Hoya fashion, gives Gervonta Tank Davis a backhand compliment, and Gervonta Tank Davis responds, and he just throws his hands up in the air and says, "Whatever, dude, whatever," as he should. And let's see how this unfolds playing out moving forward. Ryan Garcia is going to move up now to junior welterweight fully. Tank Davis is going to go on to fight massive fights. He got undefeated lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who's taking on Olympic two-time gold medalist, three-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl Lomachenko on May 20th. So he said he's waiting for the winner of that. Let's see how that unfolds and see what's next for Ryan Garcia. But if anything, it's 60-40 in favor of Gervonta Tank Davis, as who brought in the popularity and was the draw in this fight, period. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Who you thought was the major draw in this fight? The reason this fight did 1.4 million pay-per-views. Was it Tank Davis? Was it Ryan Garcia? Who was it? Let me know.
This is Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.